It's the High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club, the Les Olson Company, your business empowered, by South Valley Family Dental, where you can dress up your smile, Locker 42 and the Logo Shop, we logo stuff, by Bridgeland Applied Technology College, employment through training, by Lewiston State Bank, established for your future, by the Old Grist Mill in Logan, Brigham City, and North Ogden, by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, your York heating and air conditioning experts, and KOOL 103.9, home of the greatest hits of all time.
Coach, Viewmont just made the playoffs, just barely. How's your team feeling about that?
Well, we're feeling pretty confident coming into the playoffs. We've had a little bit of an up and down season. We've actually played some really good football all year. We have had several losses in the last second that have come down to the last play. But we've also beaten some very good teams along the way, and we have a lot of confidence in what we're doing and in our system, and we know that Mountain Crest is a great team. We have a lot of respect for Mountain Crest and all the teams up here in the Cache Valley, and we're just excited to be here.
All right, Coach, could you give me a little health report on the team? How's your team faring?
We're doing pretty good. We did lose one defensive lineman last week in our game against Granger. Broke his leg, and Hunter Welch, he's been a starter for us all year and was a starter for us last year, so it was a big loss. But, you know, we just have the mentality of next man up. We've got a lot of good junior players, and we've got a lot of confidence in those kids that come in and replace those that get injured, so we're feeling good about it.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach.
You bet.
Coach, tell us, Mountain Crest had its first loss of the season last week. Pretty devastating to the team and to the school. How are they going to use that to fuel their game this week?
You know, it identified a lot of our things that we're kind of struggling with, and you know, it was a tough game. Either team, you know, towards the end of the game could have won it, and Skyview just played very well, and they were able to finish it out.
How's the team doing health-wise?
We're a little bit nicked up. We lost Terrell last week. He hurt his knee, and you know, we lost Bob a couple weeks ago, so we're a little dinged up right now, but we got some younger kids that are ready to play.
All right, you ready for this game, Coach?
We are. We're ready to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorrel Hall, you got taken out last game. How are you feeling about that?
I'm pretty bummed out, but I know that we can step up and have a good time.
How's the team prepared to play against Viewmont this week, coming off of their first loss of the season?
It actually helped us improve, so we got really comfortable just winning all the time, so this loss helped us have a chip on our shoulder, and we're ready to win.
So you and me both will be sitting cheering at the sidelines, right?
Of course, of course.
Thanks for your time.
This has been a year where Mountain Crest is really, I mean, they've had a great year. They've played some close games. They've played some blowouts. They've been all over the place. Last week they lose a heartbreaker in what turned out to be a runner-up finish in region, losing to Skyview 5-0. Defense played lights out, but the offense could just never get going.
Oh, yeah, you could really say that was a 3-point field goal for Skyview, was all the points that they scored. We gave up a safety,
yeah,
but it was a very close game, and there were a couple of plays that Mountain Crest could have got in the end zone.
That's right. They had some opportunities, and you always hate to say that it came down to a call here or a call there, but there was a call that was very questionable. And Mountain Crest felt like they got a little robbed on a call that could have very easily put them in the end zone. So They're right there. This is a great position to be. That's all. If all the ifs are gone, and Mountain Crest is going to play Viewmont this afternoon. This Viewmont team comes in at 5-5, 3-3 in the region. In a very tough region. They play their region consists of Davis, who's a great, very good team. Layton, Syracuse, Hunter, Granger. This is a pretty tough, pounded out, grinded out region. So these guys they're battle tested up front against some very good teams, and they felt like a couple of those losses, they only lost to Kaysville by a couple points. So this is a team that feels like that. You know what? Yeah, we're playing. We're the third place team from our region, but we could have very easily been the first place team from our region.
Well, that's exactly right. Coach Diddy has really worked well with this team.
Yeah.
Coming in, didn't make state last year. Of course, he's been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
But he's an experienced coach. He coached in junior college in California. He was with Timpview as an assistant for a number of years.
Yeah.
And then got hired here at Viewmont from Alta.
Yeah.
And so he understands high school football.
Yeah, and he's been around some great programs that know how to win, and he knows it takes time. But it's a process, definitely a process. But Viewmont has been perennial the cellar dweller of that region. I mean, they've had a lot of years when they just really didn't have a good football team at all, and he's got them back, and they played pretty good this year.
Yeah.
And so Mountain Crest is going to have to bring it today. If they think this is an easy first round opponent, they're probably pretty mistaken.
Well, that's right. Viewmont has been known as a pretty good perennial basketball program down there. They've been in playing football, however. They're shooting them up out there.
Yeah.
For 51 years, they came in at the same time as Skyview did in 1964. But the common opponent that they had this year, Mountain Crest and Viewmont, was probably the only one was the Northridge game.
Yeah.
And Mountain Crest won about the same time in the season, early.
Yeah.
47-14 or something. Yeah. We saw that game, and then Viewmont, of course, lost to Northridge 45-30.
Yeah.
And so you look at that, and there's about a 48-point differential. However, it's a new season, Dave.
That's right.
Isn't that what they say?
It is. It's a new season, and Mountain Crest tonight this afternoon is going to be a little bit short-handed. Bubba Thompson in the Northridge game blew out his ACL, and hate to report it, but Cyril Hall, the really great athletic corner for the Mustangs, he also last week against Skyview, he tore his ACL as well. So both of those two senior leaders are out for the remainder of the season. So they're going to have kids step up today defensively, and I have no doubt that Mark's got some kids in the wings that have been wanting there, but you miss that senior leadership.
Oh, you do. They're great. They're great kids, and it's their senior year.
Yeah.
You hate to see that, but if Mountain Crest can put together a defensive game like they did against undefeated and number 2 ranked, top seed Skyview that they played last week. And then if they can get their offense going, they'll be awful tough again today.
Yeah. How do you think they're going to get that offense going this week? Skyview obviously is a very good, very talented team offensively, defensively. But how do they put a goose egg on the board. They actually had more yards than Skyview did last week by almost 100.
Yeah.
So they moved the ball, but they just could not. When they got inside Skyview's territory, things fizzled out. What do they got to do today to get some things sustained and get the ball in the end zone?
I think they've got to get that swagger back a little bit. They've been averaging 35 points a game this season, even with that goose egg last week against Skyview. So I think it's a confidence thing for a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid. They win 8 games, and then they lose one, and then they think, okay, are we as good as we thought we were?
Yeah.
And I think all week the coaches have worked on that mental aspect with Mountain Crest.
Yeah, I think they've been preaching all week. This is a new season.
Yep.
Last week is done. It's over with. And quite honestly, if you look at it from an outsider's perspective, I think there's some teams that took notice of Mountain Crest with that score, because Skyview had been, they pounded Brighton.
Oh.
They pounded a couple of teams that were very good, and Mountain Crest, it's a 5-0 game.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's a lot of people that took notice of Mountain Crest last week, even though it was a loss. People are looking at them and saying, "Hey, that's a defensive team. We're gonna have to bring our best." So, Viewmont, they come in with Cortland George. He's a 1,000-yard rusher. He's a kid to watch out for today. He's got 9 touchdowns on the year. He's kind of their grounded out, pound it. He's the guy they look to move the ball offensively. Cole Hewish, their quarterback, he's thrown for 1,800 yards and 13 touchdowns, but he's only about 53% completion percentage. So, and he doesn't have one guy that he looks to. He looks to a lot of different guys. So, Mountain Crest really, you got to stop the rush, and that's the one thing they did last week against Skyview.
They did.
That really set up. They made Skyview throw the ball, and then even in the secondary, they were tough. Skyview could not do what they wanted to do.
That's right.
And so this will be an exciting game. Well, we'll be back out there having a coin flip right now. We'll be back with the kickoff. Welcome back to Mountain Crest High School, where the Mustangs and the Vikings are battling out of the first round of the playoffs. Steve, Mountain Crest won the toss. Will defer to the second half, so they'll be on defense first. And back to receive for the Vikings, I believe, is number 4, Jacob Barnum.
Well, Mountain Crest has got their orange pants and blue tops.
Yeah. Louis Guerra is not going to handle kickoffs today. He's got a sore back. He will do the kicking. Kick is back to the 10 and wrapped up at about the 15-yard line. So the Vikings will take over there. Again, they'll be led by quarterback Cole Hewish.
They've got Hall out there at a defensive back, Brady.
Yeah, Brady Hall, just a freshman. He'll be back at safety. They'll move. They've got Thomas at one corner, and then they've got Olson at the other corner. Olson typically plays safety. They've moved him to a corner.
Guerra's out then for right now.
Yeah, so Guerra will be short. So Hewish out. Looks to the left side. He's got a man open. Catches made up near the 27-yard line and a first down. So about a 12-yard pickup on first down.
Just a little look-in pass. Mountain Crest defensive back had his hands all over that one.
Handoff up the middle. Goes to George, who gets up over the 30, near the 32-yard line. So they go at a quick tempo. This Viking team, they want to keep the tempo high and keep this defense on their heels. Snap comes back, handoff again to George, and this time he's swallowed up at a loss of 1. In there on the stop for the Mustangs was Taylor Demler and a host of Mustangs. Viewmont back on the ball quickly. Snap goes back to Hewish, who fakes the handoff, rolls out to the left. He's got a receiver there, but the ball goes incomplete. Olson on the coverage for the Mustangs, or excuse me, that time it was for the Mustangs. That was Cade Christiansen, and Viewmont's going to have to punt it away. So back for the Mustangs is Cade Christiansen as well as Thomas.
They're standing back there about on their own 40, so should have good field position.
Yeah. Snap is back. Kick is up. It's a low line driver. Caught by Thomas, and he's got a little bit of room and some blockers. He cuts it back to the middle, and up he goes. Jukes and jives up over the 45 to the 42 of Viewmont, where he's taken down. And Mountain Crest will have great field position to start this opening drive.
Would you say about a 25-yard return?
Yeah,
there?
about a 20 yards or so. They'll start at the 42-yard line of Viewmont. Tanner Schwab leads the Mustangs out. Empty set, 5 receivers out in the pattern. Motion comes to Fuller, handoff to Fuller. It's going wide around the far end. Looking for some little bit of room. He picks up maybe 3-4 yards up near the 38-yard line before he's brought down.
Boy, that was a well-timed play. I was worried a little bit that he was going to get that handoff.
They're going to give him a pickup of 4, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 38-yard line of Viewmont. No score here early. Snap goes back, and the ball is fumbled. Schwab picks it up. Yeah, he's going to
throws. Oh my goodness!
It was a dangerous play there as Schwab fumbled it up into the line. He picks it up, took a real shallow drop there, and threw it over the top of Neiman's head. Brings up 3rd down at about 6.
Yeah, footballs don't always bounce up like that.
That always helps on this nice turf. So Mountain Crest lone setback is Fuller. Rolls to the left side. He's looking back. He's got Demoon wide open.
Got a lot of room
on the throwback down to the 25, 20, 15, and he's run out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. So Mountain Crest gets the 1st down on the throwback, and they're in the red zone as Schwab runs the little throwback to Demoon, who was wide open. Sprints down the field, and again, finally run out of bounds by Tanner Avai.
Schwab had people right in his face, and then was still able to make the turn and throw that back to Demoon.
Yep.
Great play.
Yep, so 27-yard pickup there on 3rd down. Mountain Crest 1st and goal from the 11. Long handoff goes to Fuller, who's wrapped up there by Dustin Matthews for the Vikings. It's going to be a loss of a yard by Fuller. Brings up 2nd and 11. Mountain Crest yet to test the inside running defense of Viewmont. He's running a 4-4 defense. This time fakes the handoff. He's got Fuller wide open. Catch is made. He's down to about that 8-yard line where he's finally run out of bounds. Good play that time from Jacob Barnum for Viewmont, who closed on Fuller real quickly. It's going to bring up 3rd down on the short completion. 3rd and about 7. They can get a 1st down at the 1.
You know, on that wide handoff play, if they run that just a little bit inside, I think it'd be wide open.
So Mountain Crest 3rd down from about the 8-yard line. Schwab up under center. They're counter underneath to Mooney, who's battling his way up there, and he's going to be real close to a 1st down. He's going to be short. And we'll see what the Mustangs want to do from here as Guerra's got a little bit of a sore back, and so.
Oh, it looks like they're going for it.
Mountain Crest's going to go for it. The ball is going to be marked at the 3-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 2 for Mountain Crest. Straightforward handoff, and it looks like Schwab is still battling, but he's going to be a little short, I'm thinking.
Well, let's see where his motion is.
Viewmont says no way.
Oh, that's close.
In fact, the defense is running off the field, so.
Well,
I think that's going to be 1st down Viewmont. Yep. They only needed to get to the 1. They got to the 2. And Mountain Crest went with the QB sneak, and this Viewmont team's pretty good size. They're athletic up front. They're not going to get pushed around a lot, and Mountain Crest turns it over on downs. but they will be in the shadows of their own goalpost, the Vikings. So Hewish up under center, handoff to the left side. He's got a little bit of room, is George, and he gets up near the 8-yard line. So he picks up 7 yards on first down. This George, he's a tough runner.
Yeah.
1,000-yard runner, and that's hard to do in high school.
Oh, it is. He's been their go-to guy all year, apparently.
So from the 2-yard line out to about the 9, they've got to get to the 12 for first down. So 7 yards on first down. Handoff again, bounces outside, cuts back, it's got a first down. That time the ball carrier was Jared Barnum. So first down for the Vikings as they move the ball right out of the deep hole they were in. So Mustangs jump though this time here as the play gets going, and they're going to get, it'll be 1st and 5 now as Mountain Crest jumped. So the ball now out to the 21-yard line.
Was that Phelps that jumped, or who is that?
So 1st and 5. I'm not sure who it was on the
65.
Handoff goes to Barnum, who jumps up. He's got a first down up near the 29-yard line. So an 8-yard pickup from Barnum.
Their plays from the backfield aren't taking very long to develop. Mostly quick dives.
Hewish again back in the gun. He's looking to make the pitch. He does make the pitch, and George, the ball comes out. It's Barnum and goes out of bounds, luckily. But that's going to be a loss of about, it's going to go all the way back to about the 23-yard line. So a loss of about 6 yards, 7 yards on that play.
They had that one pretty well snuffed out.
So this time it'll bring up 2nd and about 17. Trips to the left side with one lone receiver to the right for Hewish. He takes the snaps, looking to the left, sees the slot man, makes the reception is made.
Brought it back up to about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, by Tanner Avai, who's going to pick up about 8 yards up to the 30.
Demler comes into the game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
So Mountain Crest here, this is a huge play. On 3rd down, so this time 3 receivers out to the right. He's got George back there with him. Rolls to the right, looking for Demler. He's got a man open, catch is made, and it's got a first down. So Thomas was on the coverage for Mountain Crest, playing a little soft, and Cleghorn just runs him off, makes a nice cut to the sideline, and ball is right there. So Viewmont keeps this drive going. So the ball's out now near the 43-yard line, so pickup of 13 yards.
Nice little pitch and catch play.
So 1st and 10 now for the Vikings. They're running players in and out. Back in the gun again with George to his right. Handoff goes to George, who's got a little bit of a crease. Mustangs wrap him up, but he's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards before he's brought down.
Mountain Crest is working on their takeaways. Every one of those ball carriers has been when they've been wrapped up. That ball, they're trying to pull that ball away.
So 2nd and 5 for Viewmont. No score again here as we're 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. Viewmont trips to the left side. Hewish straight back. Catch is made looking back to the weak side. Catch is made short of the first down. But it's complete up to number 34, Chandler Stafford.
See the marking on that. Should be right up around the 50-yard line.
It's in the 49, which is a gain of just 3. Got 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. Mountain Crest that time brought a little bit of pressure off of the corner with the corner blitz. 3 receivers out to the far side for Viewmont. Hewish takes the snap, handoff back inside to George, and he's wrapped up. Demler in there, as well as I believe that is. I think that's Drayton Folger for Mountain Crest. So Folger and Demler wrapped that up, and that ends the drive. But they got way out of. They started on their 2-yard line, got out to the 50. So Mountain Crest, they flipped the field.
47 yards.
Yeah,
they
flipped the field. So Mountain Crest could have had great field position if they would have held them down in there, but Viewmont did a nice job getting out of there. So kick is up. It's over to the sidelines. Thomas looking. Oh, and a great bounce. And that's going to go out about the 10, 11-yard line. Yeah, right about the 10.
No chance for Thomas to run that one back.
No, it is a good kick to the sidelines.
Wall-to-wall painting are behind the Mustangs.
So Mountain Crest will take over at their own 10-yard line. With 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 is our score here. Nobody on the board yet.
Ready!
Schwab back in the gun with Fuller. Looking. He's got DeMooney wide open and across the middle. Makes the catch up near the 25-yard line where he's brought down. First down on about a 14-yard pickup. They're gonna mark him at the 24-yard line. So pickup of 14 for DeMooney on first down.
Well, like last week, it's taken about 3 people to bring DeMooney down in the open. Nice pass.
Yeah, he was wide open there. 2 receivers out, 3 receivers to the far side. Schwab back in the gun. Rolls to the right side, looking back. Caught by Fuller, who gets away from a receiver, flag down. Fuller's up over near the 40-yard line, so he's got another first down. And I think they'll be adding 15 yards to it as there's a flag down back where Schwab threw the ball. So another 14-yard pickup. This time to Fuller. We'll wait for the call. I think that was pretty easy. Personal foul, Viewmont roughing the passer.
You know, they've been really close to roughing him last couple of possessions.
Yeah.
Oh, look where this one's going.
Yeah. So this will be in Viewmont territory down to the 46-yard line is where they'll start it after the penalty.
So they've moved it about 40 yards in these last couple of plays with the penalty.
Yep. So the pass went to the 38-yard line, and then they got 15 yards on top of that. So Mountain Crest takes over 1st and 10 at the 46. Schwab in the gun, 3 receivers to the right side. Drops straight back, looks, and the ball slips out of his hands and goes in the dirt. So looking for Dallas Neiman, who's been his favorite target all year, but he's been a little quiet the last couple of weeks, Steve.
Well, yeah, they know a little bit about Dallas. They've heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
He's leading the state or close to in many categories.
Yep, up till last week, he was in the top 5 in pretty much all categories for receivers.
And Schwab may have just thrown that in the dirt, being with
I think it
with
just
him being covered.
Looked like it slipped out of his hands a little bit. I formation for the Mustangs. Pitch goes to Fuller, who's outside flag down. Fuller's picking his way, gets a couple of yards. Another flag out there to the far side.
Colt Fuller, the runner.
Probably going to get a hold on the Mustangs.
Luke Preston with the stop for the Vikings.
We'll see what the calls are from the officials. Fuller got just a couple.
Holding?
Yep, holding on Mountain Crest. That one's declined. Holding Mountain Crest. That one they're going to take because it's a little farther back. So this will take the Mustangs back to about their own 44, 43 yard line. Where they'll play first down over again. Schwab in the gun again. 3 receivers to the near side. Schwab drops straight back. He's looking. He's got Neiman down the sideline. He's looking for a little bit of room, and it's intercepted as it was deflected up into the air. Returns back to the 20, 25, 30, and he's finally brought down to the 30-yard line. But just as the Mustangs were making some progress, deflection there as they're looking for it all.
The interception by Nick Alba. Jake McCullough with the stop for the Mustangs.
Jake McCullough makes the tackle for Mountain Crest. But it was number 20, Nick Alba, who got it off the reception, off the deflection, and then returns it up to the 30-yard line, where Viewmont will take over. So Viewmont, 3 receivers to the near side. Hewish looking to the left side. He's got a little bit of pressure. He's looking deep now, and this is going to be underthrown, and just, and pass interference on the Vikings, so the catch is made, but he clearly shoved off. That would have been an interception easily for the Mustangs if he wouldn't have. So actually, not a bad penalty if you're an offense, because that was going to be intercepted. He had position. He just shoved him in the back and makes the reception.
Rather have a penalty than the interception.
Interception would have stood. But this one's going to come way back. So this will half the distance to the goal, which from the 30-yard line is the 15. So you'll get the full penalty here. And Viewmont will have it first and 25.
One of our problems last week, Dave, was we just didn't get very good field position many times.
No.
And this might help a little bit.
Well, a costly turnover for the Mustangs, which when they've dominated, they haven't turned the ball over at all, and they've caused a lot of turnovers. They're -1 so far here, and last week they were -1 as well. So Hewish will start over this time back at the 15-yard line, straight back, and Olsen throws the receiver down, and it's going to be PI on Mountain Crest as he was in one-on-one coverage. I'm not sure why he threw him down. So Viewmont's going to get that 15 yards right back.
Have to take a look at that one.
Yeah, he's saying he's outside of the 5-yard box where they can touch him, and he threw him to the ground right in front of the official. So Viewmont will start back up to the 30 where they started. Come out in the same formation. So Stafford off to the left. 3 receivers off to the right. Handoff is going to go to George up the middle, and he's pounded down by Pope and company. Pope, our player of the game last week. A gain of maybe 1, little more than 1. Maybe they're going to, we'll call it 2. So it'll be second and age for the Vikings from the 32. No score again for here in the first quarter. Just 30 seconds remaining in quarter number 1.
Well, we've got a second and about 9.
Yeah, Hewish takes the snap. He's looking to the right side. That's intercepted. It's going to be taken all the way. Thomas has got it. 15-10, 5, touchdown, Mountain Crest. Hewish just did not even see him. He sat, squatted on that one, and makes the interception cleanly. Just jumps in front of, I believe that was
Peyton Thomas.
Jared Barnum.
Yeah.
And Thomas into the end zone he goes, and Mountain Crest on top 6-0.
They needed that one.
Yeah, they did. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Guerra not even going to handle the kick duties today. So for the Mustangs, this is Sean Giovannoni who's the kick is blocked. So snap was a little low, and the kick was a little slow, and Mountain Crest is 6, Viewmont 0. So there's the Mustangs. Kicks off. It's a high one, high and short. Take over. Oh, he kicks it. Ball on the ground, and Viewmont looks like they're going to get it. That time, Jacob Barnum just kicked it off his foot there. Luckily, it went straight up and right to his teammate.
Yeah,
and he just laid out a Mustang. Braden Tyre took the wrath from Barnum. But Viewmont again now will start over on their own about 13-yard line. Pitch off to the right side is Barnum, and he is wrestled down for a loss of 5. Olsen in from the stop for the Mustangs. So that was Jared Barnum. He's going to lose some yardage back to the 9-yard line.
Viewmont with that.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Mountain Crest on top, 6-0. Viewmont takes over here to start the second quarter on the 9-yard line. Hewish back in the gun, fakes the handoff, looking for a throwback, and this one almost intercepted but dropped. So looking for George on a little screen pass, and for the Mustangs, it was Mitchell Stott who read that one. He had an eye on it. If George wouldn't have touched it, that would have been another pick 6.
We would have had the ball either in the end zone or at the 10-yard line.
Yeah. So this brings up 3rd down and 14 for Viewmont. Hewish back in the gun, a tight trip set on the right side. Rolls to the right. Hewish, look at this, picked off! This time it's Brady Hall, down to the 10, down to the 5, cuts back inside, touchdown! Mountain Crest. This Mountain Crest defense with their second touchdown of the afternoon in as little as the last minute. They scored their last touchdown with 15 seconds left. They pick up this one with 15. Brady Hall on about a 25-yard return for a touchdown, and Hewish, he's a little snake bit for Viewmont. So out goes the try here for the 2. They're going to go for 2 here. Tuckett comes out. Schwab and company comes in. 12-0, their score here early in the second quarter. Snap goes right side, throw back, And that's going to be 2 points conversion. Executed perfectly to Dallas Neiman. 14-0 is our score here early in the second quarter. Jacob Mora kicks the ball off, a good high kick. This one's going to come down right about the 1 yard line. Barnum's got it off to the right side. He's got a little bit up to the 25, near the 30. It's finally brought down. Where the Viewmont will start off with at the 30-yard line. A little bit of hot tempers down there and get those kids out of there. Viewmont, last 2 possessions, 2 pick sixes.
Oh yeah, that'll take the wind out of your sails.
That's right. They'll start at the 30, their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Hewish in the gun. This is the handoff to George right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. And I think that they're going to hand off to George a little bit here. Yeah. See if Hewish can get
the cobwebs
out a little bit. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Viewmont.
Well, they're huddling up. I've got a comment on Brady Hall's interception. For those that are watching it on TV, they can see it, but he made a great cutback to get in the end zone. And a freshman.
Hewish hands the ball off again to George. This time he's wrapped up. Not sure who it was for the Mustangs. Let me get a number real quick. That was Mosiah Laulu Putu Tau for the Mustangs. He wrapped him up, gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 6. From the 35-yard line, Hewish back in the gun, trips off to the left. Hewish looking to the left, throws it again. This time he's got a receiver wide open. Down the middle he goes. It's 15, Tanner Avai, 10, 5, and he's brought down as Cade Christiansen runs him down from behind. Caught it about the 3-yard line, but he was wide open over the middle. Caught it about the 50-yard line, and Mountain Crest was in a 2-deep safety. Running down, and finally caught from behind by Cade Christiansen, who saves the touchdown. So the Vikings have got to do a little more work here, but a huge play there. Hewish back in the gun. Hand off to George right up the middle. Touchdown from 3 yards out. So Viewmont answers right back, Steve.
Yeah, they got half of it back.
So 3-yard touchdown from Cortland George. PAT to go here.
Well, that brings a little bit more confidence for a quarterback. Throwing one like that after 2 pick 6.
Snap is back, kick is up. Kick is no good. So off to the right. So Mountain Crest leads this one 14-6. 10-12 left to go in the second quarter. Kick is up. It's going to be returnable. Ferguson's going to take this one at the 1. Looks like the return's set up off the right side. Makes a little cut. He's got some blockers, though. Penalty flag down as he gets up near the 35 to the 40-yard line. But looks like there's going to be a hold or something back at the 15. So Mountain Crest's going to start pretty deep in their own territory, Steve.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what this play is, but that looks like the obvious call. Probably a block in the back or a hold. A lot of times that happens when you have a great return.
Yeah. So flag right at the 15-yard line. They'll walk this one back half the distance, so it'll be about the 7.
Well, we'll see if Mountain Crest can get a good long drive. They're about due for a long possession.
Schwab leads them out here. They're deep in their own territory. 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Mountain Crest on top, 14-6 here in this first round of the state playoffs. Schwab up under center. He's got two backs back there as Fuller and DeMooney. Handoff, fake handoff to DeMooney, and Schwab's going to keep it himself and get out near the 10 as he runs up inside. Thought he saw a lane, but it closed quickly. Yeah, Barnum comes upfield. Schwab saw a lane, but then Barnum closed it quickly.
Yeah, he did.
That'll bring up second at about 7.
Give him a little bit of breathing room here.
Small to 10, handoff, looking right, sets up the screen on the far side. Fuller's got it, he's up over the 10 to the 15 to the 20, has the first down, where he's finally brought down near the 20, it's going to be right out the 20-yard line. So first down, moves the sticks on the screen.
Fuller's got deceptive speed, doesn't he?
He does. And he's pretty tough. They gave him a terrible spot on that as his knee went down to the 21-yard line. Now the ball's on the other side of the 20, so bad spot, officials.
Yeah, at least they gave us a first down.
Yeah. First down of the 20. Schwab back in the gun with Fuller. Rolls to the right side. Looking again for a throwback. Schwab's just got to get rid of it. He's got a completion out to the 10-yard, out to the 30 to Wyatt Bankhead. It's close to the 30. Excuse me, back at the 27. Having a hard time seeing around those players, but ball at the 28-yard line. So a pickup of 8 on first down.
Nice little down and out.
Good route by Bankhead, and it was good patience from Schwab. So we've got 2nd and 2 here at the 28-yard line. Hand off to the right side is Fuller, and he's stacked up right there, so no gain.
Looked like he slipped just a little bit in the backfield.
Tackle made by Vincent Vanisi. It'll be 3rd and long one. They do give him a little bit of progress, but not much. This time Schwab hands it over to Fuller again off the left side. He's got the first down. Needed to get to the 30, got clearly over to the 31 and then some. So Mountain Crest moved the sticks again. 14-6 is our score here. Mountain Crest on top, 8:16 remaining in the second quarter. We're going to give him a gain of 4 there. I formation for Mountain Crest. Fakes the handoff. Looking, gets out of a little bit of trouble. Now he takes off running, and Schwab's going to be lucky to get back. Well, they're going to give him a gain of 1. He was lucky on that one to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Viewmont's a good-sized team, Dave.
Yeah, they're good size up front, and they're quick. They're very athletic. There's no big heavy guys in there.
No,
they're just all big athletic kids.
One of the differences I see in the various state classifications is this 5A. They've just play bigger schools, bigger kids.
Yep, 2nd and 9. Schwab pitches it out the left side to DeMooney. He makes a little cut to the outside. He's got a couple of yards up near the 38, 37, I think is where they're going to mark this. So a pickup of about 4 more yards, 5 yards. So it'll be third and 5 from about the 37-yard line. That's going to go down. Look, it was a pass, but it was a lateral, so it'll go as a rush.
It was a running play. All right, let's see if they can pick this one up.
3rd and 5 here. Viewmont's got everybody up on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they jumped too.
Yeah, they jump off sides. Mountain Crest going to get an easy first down here. So that was exactly what they wanted to do, and we've seen Schwab do that time and time again all year long.
Yeah. and you think, why don't they watch the ball? But you know that happens in college. It happens in the pros.
It happens all the time. First down for Mountain Crest. So
that's the easiest play you can get if you can get one by penalty there.
That's right. So the ball now out to the 42-yard line of Mountain Crest. It's got a 1st and 10. 7 and change remaining here in the second quarter. Mountain Crest on top 14-6. Schwab fakes the handoff to Fuller. He's got Demooney wide open. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5.
Not going to catch him.
Demooney just right over the middle.
No flags.
Yeah, too deep safety for Viewmont, and he just splits the safety, and away he goes.
We'll have to look at this again. Didn't he come out of the slot?
Yeah, he was in the slot. 58-yard touchdown catch from Schwab to Demooney.
That was a big play.
Yeah, it was huge. And this time, it looks like Guerra is out now on this kick. So snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. And that is Guerra, who hasn't played until then. He's got a sore back, so then we're going to try to keep him out as much as possible. But scores now is 21-6. All right, kick is back. Great tackle made there for the Mustangs. That's Fulger. Viewmont will take over there at the 15-yard line as Fulger makes a great tackle on Jacob Barnum. So Viewmont will start at their own 15-yard line. 21-6 is our score here at Mountain Crest on top of the Viewmont Vikings. 6:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Hewish back in the gun, hands off to George, who's going to go, maybe gets a yard, maybe 2. Good stop. I think Fulger in on the tackle there. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Fuller, that was an 82, that was 32, Jacob Nelson.
Okay.
I get my 3s and my 8s.
Yeah,
eights
well,
mixed
that's
up on
easy.
occasion.
Mountain Crest has got their blue uniforms, blue tops with white numerals here today, and makes it a little easier to see, but 8s and 3s are not easy to detect.
2 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Fakes the handoff, looks deep down the sideline, and then broken up by Olsen, who made a great play on the ball. Looking for Chandler Stafford on that one-on-one coverage, and Cody Olsen did a great job of breaking that up.
He really did. They were bumping a little bit going down.
It'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 17-yard line for Viewmont. They've kind of settled down a little bit. We're going to get an official's timeout. They've got somebody missing something for Viewmont. So
Wyatt Phelps had to come out of the game for Mountain Crest.
So 3rd and 8 here. Viewmont at their own 17-yard line. Now we're going to get another stoppage of play. So, Demooney's got a little bit of blood on his arm, so he's got to come out. Hewish back in the gun, drops straight back. He's got some pressure, and he goes down. Again, that was Nelson. Jacob Nelson got a hand on Hewish's foot, and down he goes.
Yeah.
So Viewmont's going to be punting. Ball's down at the 12-yard line. They're going to be punting from their own end zone here with 5:47 and counting here in the second quarter. Mountain Crest on top 21-6.
Demooney's running back into the game, so hope somebody came out.
Yeah. Snap is good. Demooney almost got that one. Thomas is going to have a shot on this one as he makes the catch up near the 45 38, 36, and he's wrestled down. The Mountain Crest is going to have great field position at the Viewmont 37-yard line. We'll take over here. Mountain Crest did win the toss, so they'll get the ball first in the second half. So they want to make sure they score again before halftime.
That's right.
Take over here. Again, I'm not sure how they're spotting this. This is spotted back at the 38-yard line where Mountain Crest will take over. He was at the 36.
Double slot for Mountain Crest now.
Mountain Crest is going to call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Mountain Crest, Schwab back in the gun. Motion comes across. Here's Smith. He hands it off. He's looking to throw it, and he gets run down from behind. Barnum, he's got a lot of speed, pounds him down as he's trying to get ready to throw the ball. So a loss of 7. They're on first down as Mountain Crest is going for the jugular, so to speak.
Yeah, and he had Dallas Neiman clear if he would have had time to throw that.
Yeah, Neiman was clearing, but Thomas couldn't quite get his feet set and ball thrown.
Good he didn't fumble that.
Yeah. So that'll go down as a loss of 7. Schwab back in the gun here. 2nd and 17 for Mountain Crest back at the 45-yard line. Schwab has a man open. Is DeMooney.
Oh, close.
Thrown into coverage. Ball goes incomplete. There's a flag down back at the 49-yard line. And we'll see what this one is going to be, because this might be roughing. That was right where he threw it from, but there's also, he had a blocker right there as well. So, we'll wait and see what the mark-off is going to be here.
Well, DeMooney dove for that ball. He had his hands on it.
Yeah.
It
was good coverage that time.
Well, with
Dustin Matthews.
A Viewmont man with his hand right across his face mask.
Face mask, Viewmont. So I think legal hands to the face as a Viewmont player had his hand up inside a Mustang player's helmet. So Mountain Crest will get 15 yards here.
Does it look like that was on their defensive line then, or was it on the pass?
No, it was on the defensive line. So Mountain Crest will get the ball up at the 32-yard line. It won't be a first down, as that is no longer a first downable offense. So it'll be 2nd down at about 4 yards for Mountain Crest. The 32, Schwab up under center, drops back, hands off to Fuller, who struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he got it. So ball back down at the 34.
Lost his helmet.
And Mountain Crest huddling up again here as play comes in. A bunch of guys from the sidelines. So this will bring up a 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And Mountain Crest, I think, is going to call a timeout. Yep. Schwab back in the gun here on 3rd down. Mountain Crest pretty deep in Viewmont territory. Schwab straight back. He's got a little bit of pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's going to be up near a first down.
Right close.
Yeah, this should be. He should have got it. He's right out the stick.
Tanner Schwab keeps it.
Sat back in the pocket, took off as he got flushed out by Mitch Goodwin.
What a smart quarterback. Went right for that stick.
Yeah, just find the stick and get out of bounds. So a gain of 7 for the Mustangs on the Schwab keeper. Keeps the drive alive here with 3:28 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Mountain Crest on top, 21-6.
Plenty of time to get in the end zone again.
So ball at 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Schwab in the gun, 5 receivers out. Quick hitter this time to Ferguson. Great block made. Tremendous block made that time by Cade Cooper. And Ferguson gets tackled down there, but he's injured, so slow to get up.
Down? Oh.
Yes, kind of trying to get up. It's going to be another 1st down for Mountain Crest, down to about the 10-yard line is where they're going to mark this. It was a great catch and good run by Ferguson, but it was an even better block by Cooper.
He followed that block,
yeah.
And Cooper didn't leave his feet. He just stood up and kept pushing the defensive man back.
Yeah. So 17-yard pickup there on 1st down, and Mountain Crest down to the 10-yard line of Viewmont, knocking on the door again.
Looks like he might have hurt his shoulder.
Yeah. 3 minutes and counting now as the clock starts up again. Schwab looking to the sidelines. He's got DeMooney. He needs another man. He's got to have another man, and Mountain Crest got to hurry and get this off, or they're going to get a delay of game. Schwab up under center, I formation. Looks, throws back. He's got Neiman. Caught, touchdown. Neiman just runs that little in and back out route, and Schwab's got such a strong arm. He can make that throw. Most high school kids can't.
No, he had to throw that across field, and that was a great throw.
Yeah. So Mountain Crest scores again here from 10 yards out.
Did you have an arm like that, Dave?
No.
That you could throw it? I bet you did. That was a great throw, though.
Well, with time, it was like 20 years ago, so it was probably that and more, Steve. After 25 years.
If it's 25 for you, it might have been 40 for me.
Snap is back. Kick is up. Guerra
Thank you.
In again, and it's good. So Mountain Crest on top, 28-6 is our score. 2:44 remaining. Jacob Mora kicks a lower line drive, but this one's going to go in the end zone. And Viewmont will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Morris kick goes through the end zone.
Yeah, that was pretty much a line drive kick, but it just bounced right.
This will actually be the best field position that Viewmont's had. As Mountain Crest has had some great coverage.
Oh, they have.
So Viewmont will start out at the 20-yard line after the kick into the end zone by Jacob Mora for the Mustangs. So Hewish back in the gun by himself, looks to the left side, catches bobbled and falls to the ground, but almost picked off.
Oakton?
Yeah,
Nathan Oakton?
I thought that was Brad. It was Oakton. Yep. So the ball went through the hands of Stafford. And Oakton just about got that one.
Yeah, that would have been good field position again.
So again, Hewish in the gun, 5 receivers, 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. He looks straight back, catch is made out to the far side, and Oakton makes the tackle, but not before they get a first down. Reception made by Sean Giovannoni. So just a quick hitter.
Jake Nilsson coming back in at nose guard for Fia. They've been rotating things pretty good to keep people fresh today.
Yeah. So the ball out to the 32-yard line after the 12-yard catch. Again, pressure coming. Throw is made. It's way out there. Catch is made. Cuts back to the inside. And he's finally brought down by Cody Olson. Another big gainer. And I think we're going to get there's a flag down, but it's going to be on the Mustangs, so I'm sure they'll decline it. The ball was just thrown up in the air, and
he ran under that very nicely.
Tanner Avai, who's their leading receiver, made a nice catch, just ran underneath it.
With the World Series on, that was a Willie Mays type
That's right.
catch.
And Cody Olson makes the tackle at the 21-yard line, so a huge play.
Then are they going to tack on a penalty after?
No, they won't. They had to decline that.
Okay.
To take the play. So Viewmont has it 1st and 10 at the Mustang 21-yard line. After the 47-yard play, Hewish again, quick off to the left side. Again, Avai with the catch made, and he picks up another 1st down to the 10-yard line. So 11 yards again to Avai.
Viewmont has some big receivers. They can throw that ball out too.
Yeah, that last pass play was 47 yards.
Caught it right over his shoulder.
Yeah, good catch.
Great catch.
Now they got to swap the formation, so it's 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Is Hewish. Avai in the slot. He's his go-to guy. Hewish drops back. Looking. Flag is down. Throws it up, and it's incomplete. Looking for Jared Barnum.
Did we have a hold?
Yeah, I think there's Viewmont's going to get a hold. Yep, that's the call. So that penalty happened at about the 14-yard line, so it'll go back to the 24. Still be 1st and 10. 1st and 20. Actually, it'll be 1st and goal at the 24-yard line. So this defense doesn't, especially the secondary, doesn't resemble anything we've seen for quite a few weeks without Cyril Hall in there and others. Guerra. Sprint out to the left, catch is made. I think that's Giovannini. Catch is made up near the 14.
Cody Olson.
12.
On the tackle, it looks like.
So a 12-yard pickup. 112 and counting. 28-6 is our score here. Mountain Crest on top. Viewmont trying to get on the board before half because Mountain Crest won the toss and will get the ball to start the second half. DeMooney's coming. Ball up in the air. Olsen's got it. A good beat on it anyway, and he knocks it out of bounds. So looking for Chandler Stafford was Hewish. And the ball goes incomplete with 53 seconds.
That was a nice
another
play.
Another flag down. So again in the backfield at about the 19-yard line. So
nice defensive play by Cody Olson.
Yeah. Now, if this was 3rd down, you'd probably decline it. But since that is 2nd down, you're probably going to take this and back them up a little bit.
Back them up. It's about 53 seconds left.
Yeah. So the ball will go back to the 29-yard line.
Well, if these officials are being paid by yards penalized, they're making quite a bit today.
They are. They're actually their pay per penalty is going way down.
Or it should.
They want to have another discussion here. That flag was thrown at the 29 or the 19, so I'm not sure why this is going back to the 34.
Do you know what happened there? What happened?
So apparently they where they wanted the flag from. So 2nd down. Hewish running for his life, and he just throws it out of bounds. As Landon Keone Tupuola for the Mustangs and Demler were chasing Hewish down. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 34-yard line.
You did well on that pronunciation.
Tupuola?
Yeah.
I know.
He's got a brother then at BYU. Is that the one?
No, that's That's Mosiah Leulu Pututau.
A lot of good athletes on this Mountain Crest team.
Third down and 34. Third down and goal. Really, Hewish back in the gun. All the receivers out there. He chucks it up down the sidelines, and it's going to go incomplete as Ferguson and Hall had good coverage out there on Giovanni.
Hall and Ferguson on the coverage for the Mustangs.
So we'll bring up 4th and goal from the 34-yard line.
It's an awful long field goal.
Yep.
But are they
going to try it? I think they are going to try it. This will be a 51-yarder. So 51-yard attempt here. The kicker is Preston Pitt. Snap is back. Kick is up. It's going to be short. And Mountain Crest is going to return. Oh, they can't return this one. That's in college you could return that, but high school you can't. So Mountain Crest will take over at their own 20-yard line with 34 seconds remaining. 28-6 is the score here on the attempted field goal from 51 yards for Viewmont, which goes off to the right and very short. So Mountain Crest, I always like to think that they would run the clock out here with a good lead, but they will not.
You don't know what Mark's going to do.
Yeah, they had less time than this last week at Skyview and almost put the ball in the end zone. So Mountain Crest will take over at the 20-yard line. 34 seconds to go. 28-6 is our score here.
I haven't seen a good hook and ladder play for a while, Dave.
I know. It's possible.
You used to have that play in your arsenal.
Yeah, we did. We had Steve Pond and Bill Pond, Ryan.
Yeah.
And we called it Pee-Pee.
Pond to pond.
Pond to pond. Handoff goes to DeMooney, who's over the right side. Just on a counter play, a gain of about 3 yards. So Mountain Crest looks to just run the clock out here in the first half. Pretty content at 28-6. They are going to get the ball to start the second half. I'm sure that makes a big difference. Last week they were down, so
yeah.
Well, that's the end of the first half. Mountain Crest on top, 28-6.
My name is Taylor Harvey. I'm a volleyball player. My favorite subject in school is science. Thanks, Wendy's. Go Stangs.
Hi, I'm Tanner Schwab. I play football. My favorite subject is Math 1050. Thanks, Wendy's, and go Stangs!
It's the High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club, the Les Olson Company, your business empowered, by South Valley Family Dental, where you can dress up your smile, Locker 42 and the Logo Shop, we logo stuff, by Bridgeland Applied Technology College, employment through training, by Lewiston State Bank, established for your future, by the Old Grist Mill in Logan, Brigham City, and North Ogden, by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, your York heating and air conditioning experts, and KOOL 103.9, home of the greatest hits of all time.
Mountain Crest really, Schwab put together a nice first half. Both ran it when he needed to, and picked up a couple of key first downs.
Oh, he made some great decisions, and we've just got a comment here. What a great time of the year. If you're a sportsman, or if you're anyone from Cache Valley as well, with the leaves turning and autumn here, and Utah State playing Wyoming. They're one of their biggest rivals tonight, and all three teams in the valley
playing home games. So.
Well, let's see. Logan had a bye.
Yeah, they did have a bye, so they're not playing today, but they would have. That 3AA structured a little funny.
Yeah.
So the first place teams all get a bye the first round, so they'll pick it up next week. But Mountain Crest, if they win this game, hold on and win, they don't have an easy opponent next week, which most likely be Bingham.
No, could that be Bingham, who just happens to be in that mythical top 10 or so in the country?
Yeah.
But
Bingham, a great team. You got to play the games though. And Mountain Crest obviously has played some of the best teams in the state. Very tough.
I can't believe that Bingham can be as good as they've been. I can't believe they can be much better than Skyview.
Yeah, no, I think that what you'll see very physical in the trenches with Bingham, and that's the difference, really. It really is the difference. And Skyview is big in the trenches, so it'll be very similar to playing Skyview.
Yeah. Now, how about some other teams in our region? Roy ends up playing Hunter.
Yeah,
I don't know too much.
And that's a winnable game for Roy. Hunter that's a winnable game.
Yeah.
Hunter finished second, but both Viewmont and Syracuse, who are the third and fourth place teams, played Hunter very tough. So I don't think that haven't gotten us any scores yet, but
have we got one from Skyview yet today?
Let's take a look.
We'll have to check.
Finally got both teams ready to go here. Viewmont's going to kick off. Mountain Crest won the toss, deferred to the second half. So
now you've always made reference to that first few minutes in the second half. What do you think today, Dave?
I don't know. It's that first 5 minutes sets the tone. It's so tough if you can if you're leading the ball game and you can put a drive together in the first 5 minutes. You almost put a real huge strain, because you've got 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and then a fourth quarter. It goes by quick in high school with those 12-minute quarters. So
that's right. Now who have they got? They got back. Have they got
Christiansen and Ferguson? So Ferguson's going to take this one for the Mustangs at about the 7-yard line. Gets upside, cuts it to the outside. It has a little bit of room up the sidelines and is going to get up past the 35 to about the 37. Well, they're going to mark him.
They're going to pull him back a little bit.
Back to the 34, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So Mountain Crest will take over there on their own 34-yard line.
Nice run back.
Yep. Schwab leads them out. Again, 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. And this is DeMooney scored the last time. 2 deep safety right over the middle. He's got him again. DeMooney got a first down, cuts it back to the outside. Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up about 14 yards up to the 48-yard line.
He did a lot on his own after he caught that.
Yeah. So 14-yard pickup on first down. And DeMooney, when they play that 2 deep safety, that is wide open every single time. Once again, Schwab looks to the left, looks. He finally sees DeMooney again. Catch is made up near the 46-yard line. So a pickup of about 7, we'll call it 6.
DeMooney was a good target there. I think he caught that on one knee.
Yeah. So 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs as they're in Viewmont territory at the 46-yard line. Schwab again in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Schwab taking his time. Some pressure coming. Good line play up front for the Mustangs. He's flushed out to the right though, but he's got a little bit of room. And he gets it up near the 40-yard line and he runs out of bounds. So he picked up the first down.
Close to first.
They'll mark it right at the 40-yard line. So first down.
Good decision on Schwab's part there.
6-yard pickup there on 2nd down.
He's a smart quarterback. He's made good decisions all day.
Yeah.
And that interception that was made was tipped. There wasn't too much he could have done about that.
Again, I can't. They're going to run DeMooney down the middle of the field again here pretty shortly. Schwab back to pass. Fuller's got it, and he's hit immediately, but not until he makes the catch up near the. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards as he gets to the 30. Well, they're going to give him 37-yard line.
Hunter Bird came up and made a crowd pleaser on that one, but
well, he would have, if he wouldn't have made the tackle, Fuller might be still running.
Yeah, Fuller had great concentration to hang on to that.
So 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs in Viewmont territory, leading 28-6.
They're having a tough time covering DeMooney over the middle.
Schwab's going to keep it. Ducks to the inside, cuts to the out. He's going to maybe get a yard. Had a lot of pressure coming up the middle.
Schwab tucks it and runs. Ethan Larson on the stop for the Vikings.
Viewmont guessed that right. They that rush came in from the side he wanted to roll to.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 though for the Mustangs.
Problem is when they do that they leave themselves wide open for that throwback.
Right up the seam. Catch is made by DeMooney. He's dragging 3-4 defenders up near the 20-yard line. So pickup of about 17 yards on 3rd down. So ball down to the 20.
Where supposedly he's a great linebacker. He's sure got terrific hands. Been very effective in that slot.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. We'll take it as well. 28-6 is our score. Schwab back in the gun. 3 receivers to the right side. He throws it long. He's looking for Neiman, who makes the catch right on there, and he's out of bounds.
Oh,
that I'd love. I'm excited. We've got the replay to look at that. That was close. Great catch by Neiman, who stretched out.
Did everything he could to keep his feet in.
Yeah, he did. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, though. No matter what we see here. Catch is made, and Ooh,
that was close.
That was really close.
To dragging that foot.
Yep, that was really close. Schwab now having a little bit of confusion, and he's looking to the sidelines, and Mountain Crest is going to call a timeout. Schwab back in the gun. He's got, rolls to the right side. He's got Demooney looking at it. He's got some pressure, and down he goes back at the 30. That's the first time they've really gotten to Schwab, who loses his helmet as well. Mitch Goodwin comes in as well as Christopher Newhouse and gets the sack, and that's a big one as they get it back. It's a 9-yard loss. Bringing up 3rd and 19 now from the 29.
So Thomas is going to have to go in at quarterback, and Schwab will have to sit out that play.
Yeah, he will. I don't like that. I don't like that. If you lose your helmet, you got to go out of play. It's lots of times it's, you know, if the defensive player, I mean,
he's the one that pulled the helmet off.
So 3rd down, Thomas is in, rolls to the right side, looks back to set up the screen, and it's actually illegal touching there, so the official's going to throw the flag as one of the linemen caught it for the Mustangs, and that's illegal touching. You got to love that as a defensive or as an offensive lineman, but it's not against, it's against the rules. So it went over Demooney's head. Actually, that's
and it was touched maybe by.
Here's the thing that I'm
Viewmont.
wondering is, I think they missed as they were setting up the screen. Demooney was hit as the ball was just going over his head, and I'm not sure that they didn't miss a pass interference call. Mountain Crest is going to have to punt it here, though, as they're going to back off the penalty. They'd probably go for it. They might go for it if they didn't have the penalty and lose some yardage here.
Yeah,
it's a 5-yard play.
An interesting play.
Yeah.
One of the other calls might have been that they had linemen downfield.
So now ball on the 35-yard line. Smith kicks it high. There's a fair catch made at about the 11-yard line by Viewmont, or they'll take over there. Mountain Crest ran off about 5 minutes, Steve, but they came away with no points on that drive as they had a couple of penalties, and then the fact that Schwab had to leave the game because he lost his helmet on 3rd down, puts Thomas in kind of a tough situation. But Mountain Crest leads this one 28-6, so still in good position, but Viewmont still a chance. You would have loved to. Another scorer would have slammed the door on this one, I think.
Yeah. Well, they've got a long ways to go.
Yeah, Viewmont takes over here at the 11-yard line, handoff to George up the middle, and the Mustangs are all over that one.
You know, for a 1,000-yard runner, he only had about 33 yards going at halftime.
Yeah, he did. Jacob Nielsen in on the stop for the Mustangs. They're going to give him a gain of 0.
Well, Dave, I don't know if I'm going to trust the weatherman.
I know.
He didn't say it was supposed to be quite like this.
Hewish gets that, looks to the right side, gets his catch, is dropped. So once again, Chandler Stafford, he's dropped a couple of those where he's had them in his hands and ball goes right through. It's kind of a cold day, so hands are probably a little bit cold, and the balls are a little bit harder.
Well, and Brady Hall's done a great job on defense. I'm sure it's not easy for him coming in for his brother, Cyril. So we've got 3rd. His catch is made up over the left side, over the 20-yard line to about the 22. Reception by Ryan Cleghorn. Hewish just rolled off to the left side, and no pressure to speak of, and that's a pretty easy throw and catch.
Cody Olson makes the stop for the Mustangs, but Viewmont picks up the conversion on 3rd down. So 11-yard pickup there. 1st and 10. Again, Hewish rolls to the right. He's got a receiver there again, Cleghorn, but he throws it a little to the outside, and it goes incomplete.
A little bit interesting. In the first half, they were going with that no huddle offense, and now being 28 to 6, now they're huddling up. So
yeah, I'm not sure. You know, they're gonna. They've got to get points on the board with this drive, Steve, or it's going to be very difficult.
Be down into the 4th quarter.
Mountain Crest leading 28-6. Hewish straight back, looks to the inside, and it's caught and immediately tackled. Brady Hall makes the stop for the Mustangs, gain of about maybe 4.
I've said this before, but doesn't he look good for a freshman?
He does. He looks really good, and we'll see what happens. He plays quarterback as well. He may be the guy next year. Peyton Thomas is just a junior, but with the school split, we'll see where kids all end up.
That's right. I will point out Fia has really played well at nose guard. It's taken 2 men, like on that last play, to hold him out.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 here. Hewish looks to the right side. He overthrows his receiver. And they're going to have to punt it away. Brings up 4th and about 7 to go, and
it's it was good that was well overthrown, because Brady came up for that interception.
So in comes the punter for Viewmont. High snap. He does get away. It's a low kick. Oh, touches Kyle Christiansen, who's got to get on it.
Oh.
And he does, but back at the 30-yard line. So a good kick after kind of a high snap. Cade Christiansen did a nice job to get on top of that one after it bounces off of him.
He did. He took a pretty good hit after the play. That he's been favoring that back a little bit, and he didn't need to have that.
No, not at all.
Pop right
there. So Mountain Crest takes over the 30, up under center. DeMooney gets a hit in the backfield and then makes a spin move and gets up over the 30 to the 33. That should have been a 3-yard loss, and he makes it into a 3-yard gain.
Quick spin.
This will be 2nd and about 8. 2nd and 7, excuse me. Mountain Crest content to take a lot of time. 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Mountain Crest on top, 28-6. Schwab back in the gun. Backs on either side. Hands it off. Oh, fakes the handoff. He's looking for DeMooney out front. He looks. Schwab cuts it back. He cuts it back again, and he sees a receiver and throws the ball incomplete. Ferguson's wanting a flag because he was interfered with.
He was.
But the official doesn't want to hear any of it as Ferguson continues to plead his case, as well as the fans in the stand. It was pass interference.
Oh, absolutely.
Pick up 3rd and 7 now.
Schwab did a great job to keep this play alive.
Yeah. He was looking for DeMooney, but the backer got out there quick enough, and so he kind of cut things back and danced around a little bit. Brings up 3rd down and 7. Schwab again in the gun. I think he's got Cody Olson back there with him. DeMooney in the slot. Snap goes back, rolls to the right side, throws it.
Oh,
and Thomas comes back to try to make the catch, and I think he was looking for Neiman, and so ball goes incomplete, and Mountain Crest will have to punt it away after 3 and out. So 4:33, didn't run much time off there, Steve.
No, they didn't.
Rain's starting to fall a little bit here. Smith back to punt for the Mustangs. Snap is back, it's good. It's a little bit of pressure. Fair catch is made at the 45-yard line by Viewmont, and they, on the field possession battle, they gained about 35 yards on that one, Steve.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Viewmont takes over at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line.
Well, let's see if they can get a good stop here.
3 receivers bunched to the right for Viewmont. George in the backfield. Hewish sees an inside receiver, catch is made, and he's got up near a first down, and I think he's got it. Caught over the right side by Tristan Pace.
Colt made a terrific hit there at the end of that play.
10-yard gain, though.
Make them think twice about coming over the middle on that, though.
So they go from their own 45 to the Mustangs 45 on the 10-yard pass play. Cleghorn out to the left here. Hewish has a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the right side. He's looking deep. He's got an open receiver. It's caught down to their 5 as he's finally tackled. Is Scott Young.
Scott Young with the reception.
It's his first reception for Young, but it's a big one as it goes down to the 4-yard line of the Mustangs on a 40-yard pickup. So first and goal for Viewmont at the Mustang 4-yard line. Hand off to George. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They're still pushing. He's going to get a couple of yards out of that. Hewish has got some good touch on the ball when he just throws it up like that.
Oh, he does.
He's got some good receivers that have made good catches. Young made a nice one there. George in the backfield again with Hewish. Hand off again to George, who's up and into the end zone. Touchdown, Viewmont. Brings the score to 28-12. I'd imagine Viewmont will go for 2 here as they'd missed their PAT on the previous score. So 3 receivers off to the left side. For Viewmont. Off the left, rolls to the left. He's looking for a receiver, and that's going to be incomplete. Yeah, way overthrown, and so that keeps the score at 28-12 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Mountain Crest on top. Viewmont set up for an onside kick here. Ball bounces and is going to go out of bounds, so Mountain Crest will get some great field position. They didn't quite get that big bounce that they were looking for on the onside kick. Mountain Crest leading by 16 points, 28-12, so that's you either got to give two touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, or 3 possessions. So, but Mountain Crest will get great field position here at the 47-yard line, their own 47. Again, as the rain kind of settles in here, as we get close, nearing the end of the third quarter. I'm not sure why the officials are letting the Viewmont coaching staff come up and officiate this game, but they're out there. So Mountain Crest takes over at their own 47-yard line. Schwab back in the gun. He's got DeMooney back there with him. Double tight end set for Mountain Crest. Handoff goes to DeMooney, who bounces it out to the outside. He's got a little bit of room. Flag is down, though. He's got enough for a first down to the 37-yard line, but 2 flags now. They're going to get a chop block on Mountain Crest. Back deep, so this will back it up a ways. There's the other flag. I'm not sure what it is yet. Nice run by DeMooney, who bounced it out to the outside. Away he went. But this one's going to come back. Chop block is the call here, which is what they'll accept. And then they're going to say personal foul Viewmont. So if that's the case, offsetting, and they'll just play the down over again. But I don't. Officials still having a conference out there to figure out what's going on. They'll mark this off against Mountain Crest, so it'll be 15 yards for the chop block. And then that's a spot foul. Now they'll mark one off against Viewmont, so they'll mark this one back off 15 yards coming back the other way. And since it was behind the line of scrimmage, Mountain Crest is going to get a net loss of about 3 yards on the play. But that's much better than what it could have been. So the offsetting penalties. It's going to be, they'll play this one over again, but it'll be first and about 13 for Mountain Crest from their own 44-yard line. Now more confusion from the officials, and going to confer again. If Mountain Crest holds on to win this, they will play Bingham next week, most likely. Haven't gotten a score from the Bingham game, but they should be. They're the heavy favorite in that one. (28-12) is our score here. 2:53 to go here in the third quarter. Mountain Crest on top. Man, they're taking a lot of time on this. I think when it all settles out, it's going to be first down and 13 for the Mustangs. Mountain Crest lines up in a double tight end set with DeMooney again in the backfield with Schwab. Motion comes this side, Neiman. A little bit of confusion. The ball got back. Schwab fumbled the snap, and DeMooney picks it up, and he loses about another 4 yards on that one. So lots of confusion after the long break from the officials, and Mountain Crest is going backwards when they really need to get a drive going here. With 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter, they can't give the ball back to Viewmont. Because Viewmont's back in this game. This time Cody Olson runs in from the sidelines. 3 receivers to the far side. Schwab back in the gun. Gets it, rolls out to the left. He's looking, and he throws a 10 to throw to Cade Cooper. Cooper dives, and it's incomplete. It's going to bring up third down for the Mustangs. Third and about 18 or 17. So Mountain Crest, after looking pretty good offensively for a quarter and a half, is stalled out here. It's going to bring up a third and 17. Again, man coverage on the outside. DeMooney's going to low snap. Looks. And then finally, Neiman looking for Neiman, and it's knocked to the ground. Schwab is going up to apologize to Neiman for hanging him out there. But a good play by the Vikings to hold them on third down, and Mountain Crest again is going to have to punt. After going 3 and out, that's their second straight 3 and out. As they're getting a little too conservative. Smith gets the snap, kicks it away. It was a good kick, but the officials are going to stop play here. As the officials are continuing to call a ton of penalties here. And have long conferences, so. It's going to be a false start on Mountain Crest, so Mountain Crest will back up another 5 yards, back to their 35-yard line, where they'll punt it away, and Viewmont's going to get pretty good field position again on this one. Viewmont trailing 28-12, but a lot of time. Punt is up. It's a good one. High hanger. Fair catch is called for. And ball is going to start there at the 33-yard line of Mountain Crest.
Remember, Cook, Martin, Wilson, certified public accountants who support Mountain Crest Athletics.
So Hewish leads out the Vikings. .134 remaining in the third quarter. Mountain Crest leads 28-12. Motion comes this way. Hewish looking for a throwback. He's got a receiver open, but he throws it out of bounds. Looking for a Vey. And incomplete. Penalty flag down again. I think this one will go against Viewmont. Haven't seen the signal yet. Ineligible man downfield, so this will be a 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 15 now. At the 28-yard line of Viewmont. .127 remaining here in the third quarter. Hewish back in the gun. Moves George over to the other side. Drops straight back to pass. He's got a little bit of pressure from Tuckett. He rolls, and he's got a receiver open on the far side. I think that's Young. who makes the catch for about a 10-yard. It's going to be up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. So an 8-yard pickup on first down on 15. So bring up 2nd and 7. Hewish again in the gun. George back there with him, a bunched up diamond set to the left side. Looking on the left, sees the inside receiver. It's caught by Ave, who evades a one defender and is upended by Demooney. But I think he's got a first down. Cody Olson a little injured on the play there. His own guy came up and nailed him. I think Pope came up trying to make the tackle, and he hammered Cody Olson. It's going to be a first down for Viewmont.
See if they can tighten up this defense a little bit.
Right now, they're just running those little underneath routes, and they're happy, content to pick up 7-8 yards on a pop. And Mountain Crest hasn't done anything offensively, so they gotta stiffen up here. Hewish gets the ball, throws it out to the right side. Catch is made to Giovannoni up near the 50-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. Oakton makes the tackle for the Mustangs.
They don't have the heights on this program, but mentioned before, Viewmont has some big ends.
Yeah. Ball's up to the 49-yard line, so it'll give them a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 here. Handoff, they're looking for a reverse and a pass. Looking to back to the quarterback, and
just about intercepted.
Yeah, and Thomas looking for the interception. In fact, I'm not sure Thomas was looking for the interception, as he was looking to take Hewish's head off.
Well, a little razzle-dazzle here.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're pulling out all the stops. They're trailing by 16 points. I don't think Thomas knew that the ball was right there. He could have picked it off.
Yeah,
he was looking to make the tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 at the 49. Hewish looks over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Was that you think Demooney got a hand on that?
Yeah, Demooney was definitely right there. I don't know that he touched that one, but he was definitely in front of the receiver, and this will be an interesting place here. You've got 4th and 4. You're trailing by 16, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. I think they'll go for it.
Yeah, that's probably a...
In fact, they may call a timeout as Hewish is kind of running over towards the bench. They've got to run a play here, but now they're going to bring out the punt team, it looks like. So Mountain Crest has got to play defense.
They may have to have a timeout.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of time, so... You definitely have to play defense here as Thomas goes back to receive the punt. Here's the snap, and he's going to run for it. Looks, he's going to be short as Kyle Christiansen comes up and makes a great play.
You could see something happening there.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to be a fake.
They were doing a lot of motion. In fact, that's going to be an illegal shift. That's declined. Mountain Crest takes over at the Viewmont 46-yard line. So Christiansen did a great job to come up and make the tackle there on the fake punt, and that was not a well-designed fake punt.
No. Well, and now as we go into the fourth quarter,
8 seconds remain here in the third. Mountain Crest ahead, 28-12.
I think the rain's kind of stopped now a little bit.
Mountain Crest comes out in that double tight end set. Demooney the lone setback. Schwab up under the center, hands off to Demooney. Up the middle, picks up 6-7 yards.
Had a big
off the left side, and that's what they're going to. This is Demooney time right here. 7 yards in a cloud of dust. And that's the end of the third quarter. Mountain Crest on top, 28-12. Now Mountain Crest takes over at the 40-yard line here. Start the fourth quarter as DeMooney had a big run on first down. This time he gets it, still pumping those legs. Gets out of one tackle, picks up a couple more to bring up 3rd and 1.
Just about had him in the backfield. Dave, did you see a score then on Skyview, a final there?
Final score 38-14 for Skyview over Syracuse. No surprise.
And Roy, though, with playing against Hunter, how did they?
Yeah, that was a 2-3 matchup, and Roy wins that one 17-7.
Well, they might have had a little bit of trouble with Baby T and.
Freddie's great in the playoffs here. 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs, I formation. Schwab gets the handoff. DeMooney's got it. Touchdown. Keeps his feet. Still going down to the 20.
Very impressive.
Yeah, DeMooney needed 1 for the first down, and he picks up 17.
Great run.
First down for the Mustangs at the 21-yard line.
Looked like Franco Harris's little brother.
That's right.
My goodness, what a great run.
Scores across the state. Some pretty good games. Davis, Fremont's only trailing Davis by 6 points. Davis on top 20-14. Handoff here goes to DeMooney. He's going to pick up 3 or 4. Off the left side.
Now, has Kurt Fuller been back into the game the last?
Haven't seen Fuller in a little bit.
Now what are you talking about? Wow, that's what we were just talking.
So they're going to give him a gain of 3 off the left side.
He's been a workhorse today, both offense and defense.
Yeah. Up near the 18-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. I formation. Schwab takes the snap, pitches to DeMooney, who cuts it back to the inside. A host of tacklers there for Viewmont, and he's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 21. So he loses 3 yards there, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Mountain Crest they've got to run clock, but they can't be conservative. They're only leading by 16. That's just 2 possessions.
2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions.
Yeah. I think if Mountain Crest doesn't pick up the conversion here, you may see Guerra come out, sore back and all, because a field goal would make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, they could.
Schwab in the gun here. 2 backs with him are Olsen and DeMooney. He drops back. He's got some pressure, and he's going to go down. Not sure why he kept on holding that one without taking off. It looks like he clearly saw the pressure coming, but Hunter Bird off the edge.
Now do you go with treat this as a 4-down situation? And
I think this is with a sore back. This is probably too far for Garrett.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if they would have just thrown an incompletion there, that would only been about a 37-yard field goal, 38-yarder, and
that's more in his range.
It's more manageable. But this one here would be about a 48-yarder. Mountain Crest is going to call a timeout. Mountain Crest on top, 28-12. We'll take a timeout with them. Mustangs are going to go for it here. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Schwab back in the gun. Low snap. He's got it, though. He has a receiver. Looking for Neiman. He was catches. And it dropped it. Thought he had it. And he might be injured on the play. Yeah, he's holding that shoulder and trying to loosen it up a little bit, but he had to kind of go down in an awkward position to try to get that one, and comes up empty. But maybe the worst thing is he's tweaks that shoulder a little bit.
Delicious hot chocolate, a new recipe at the Snack Shack. Just $1, warm your soul.
So Mountain Crest turns the ball over at the Viewmont 31-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're only about 5 yards different than if they would have tried to punt this thing and it would have gone in the end zone.
That's right. 8:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. 28-12 is our score. Mountain Crest on top. Hewish comes out. All 5 receivers in the pattern. Pope's got some pressure on him, but Hewish has got a lot of room, and he's up over the 40 to the 45 where he runs out of bounds. Picks up a first down on the 15-yard run.
Pope was in hot pursuit, just couldn't quite catch him.
Hewish doesn't run the ball a lot, but he picks up 15 yards there and a first down. So ball on the 46 of Viewmont. 8 minutes here in the fourth. This Mountain Crest defense has got to put together a good stand here. Hewish back, drops back, throws it out far to the left, and it's broken out by Cody Olson. Nice coverage, great coverage by Cody Olson on the far side.
Cody's had to watch that big receiver. I was watching Barnum go down on the other side. He's been kind of a key receiver for Hewish today.
Okay, two slides.
Clock is stopped, 7:53 remaining here in the fourth. Twins, 2 receivers to the right. Motion comes here, looking to get George out of the backfield. He's got some pressure, and he's going to go down. I believe 22
finally
Demler tucking him. We'll see that.
I'm telling you right now.
That was probably Demler.
Tupuola. There's a lot of 4s. It was either 24 or 44 or 14. One of the 3.
Well, we'll give them all credit.
Tuckett, Demler, and Tupuola.
All of them were right there.
George was wide open, so there's a good thing they had pressure. He snuck out of the backfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16. Hewish, Demuni's chasing after him, trying to set up a screen, and it's going to go nowhere as Mountain Crest clearly had that one snuffed out.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a screen. It wasn't George. It was looked like they had it set up. It was George that they had it set up for. 29.
So that goes incomplete. So he's going to bring up 4th down and 16. Yeah, a long 16.
Well, it darkened up a little bit, Dave. We've had to turn the lights on in the press box.
Yeah. So the ball at the 41-yard line of Viewmont. They've got to get out to the Mustang 44-yard line. 4th down and about 16. Hewish takes the snap. He's just looking straight upfield, and it's going to be broken up by Brady Hall, who almost had another interception on the night. And Mustangs take over at the Viewmont 41-yard line.
Well, that's great field position.
Great field position by Mountain Crest. Yeah, 6:58 remaining in the ball game. Mountain Crest on top, 28-12. And they took over here, and if you can put one more score on the board, this is clearly out of reach.
Yeah. That and take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock right here.
Yeah, they've got to take some time off. That's for sure. Neiman back out there, which is good. He tweaked his. Looks like he got to tweak his shoulder on that last possession.
Yeah.
Demuni, the lone setback. Schwab hands it off to Demuni, who's got it
he's gone outside.
Down to the 35. He breaks to the outside, breaks another tackle, down near the 20 to the 18-yard line where he's finally taken out of bounds. So DeMooney picks up 22 yards on first down.
DeMooney wasn't trying to dodge anybody.
No.
Yeah, he looked like a Mack truck coming out of the backfield there.
So first down at the 18-yard line, 19-yard line, excuse me.
Isn't it nice to have the luxury of having that running game going?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just bounced that one to the outside and kind of you gotta make a pretty good tackle to get him down, that's for sure. He's broken a lot of tackles tonight. The first guy will never bring him down, that's for sure. DeMooney off the right side, cuts it back in, still going down to the 15, 13, where he's finally drugged down at about the 12-yard line. We'll see where they mark this.
Oh,
DeMooney a little slow getting up.
Well, he's been a workhorse.
He's been on both sides of the ball tonight. It's about the 12.5-yard line, so we'll call it the 13, where it brings up second down at about 4 yards.
Usually they'd have Fuller or be able to rotate some backs in there. I think Kurt's been a little bit hurt.
Yeah, Pope has been his lead blocker tonight. As Fuller's a little dinged up. He came into the Skyview game a little dinged up. DeMooney off the right side, breaks another tackle. Maybe gets another yard down to the 12.
Yeah, Viewmont looks like they've got a player down. They're right in the middle of the field. They've got him up now.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 though for the Mustangs at the Viewmont 12-yard line. Some of the scores around the state. Again, Skyview wins 38-14. Roy wins from 17-7 over Hunter. Davis is leading Fremont 20-14 in the fourth quarter. American Fork trailing Bingham 19-6. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. And Lone Peak is blowing out West Jordan 39-0. High formation for the Mustangs. Schwab fakes the handoff. He's looking for Cody Olson. Makes the catch, tries to dodge a defender, but he doesn't get the first down stick. He maybe got to the 10, but no further than that.
He's a couple yards short. See where they spot this one. Is that on about the 11 they've got it?
Yeah, they're going to mark this. They're going to give him no gain, which I don't know that's right. And in comes some plays from the sidelines. So Mountain Crest is going to go for it again here on 4th down, as it's 4th and 3.
Going for it again?
Why not?
Hard count.
Schwab under center. Tries to draw Viewmont off sides and doesn't, and Mountain Crest calls a timeout. So we'll take a timeout too. 28-12 is our score here. 4:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mountain Crest going to line up for a field goal here. Jacob Mora, the snap is down. Kick is blocked. Mountain Crest got to get on this, so fumbles around there, but Viewmont blocks the Mora kick. There's a flag down. This is a big flag here because Mountain Crest, with even an offsides call, would be a first down for Mountain Crest.
Yeah, things are getting a little chippy out there.
Mora, he had the first PAT attempt. It was also blocked, so timing not quite there with that kicking unit. Oh, that's on Viewmont. And that's going to be a first down for the Mustangs. I think they said holding.
Why would they want to hold on a
I don't know.
goal?
They're probably trying to make an opening.
Okay.
And they pull somebody over.
I see, yeah. Or was it an offsides?
I don't don't know. The indication was so quick, but Mountain Crest is running the offense back out. So we'll see where they mark this. Ball started at the 12, so.
I haven't seen an indication unless they did it right early.
Yeah. Whatever they do, even if it's a 5-yard penalty, that's a first down. So.
Hold? Looked like he indicated a hold.
So the ball should be at the 6-yard line if it's a hold.
I don't think you see a hold on a field goal every day.
Yeah. So the ball will go at the 6. Mountain Crest will have it first and goal at the 6-yard line. On the holding, the defensive holding call on the field goal attempt. So a huge break for the Mustangs there as the field goal attempt was blocked. Handoff to the left side is Demooney, who jumps over the line.
Got down to about the 4?
Yeah, down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that was very athletic.
Yeah, Demooney takes the handoff over the left side and just jumps over the line. Gets down to the 4. Where we've got second and goal from the 4-yard line.
Going to be down under 4 minutes here pretty quick.
Got 3:58 and counting. Demooney again, the lone setback. 2 tight ends from the Mustangs. Schwab takes the handoff, long handoff. Demooney cuts it back inside, and he's got it in the end zone.
Oh, did they give it to him?
Waiting for the indication, but he crossed
his knee. His
knee may have been down, but his body definitely crossed the goal line. But no indication, and they're going to set the ball right at the nose of the ball, essentially right on the goal line.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line or less.
They're running up the line pretty quick here.
Yep. Schwab, again, up under center, 2 tight ends. Demooney, the lone setback. Schwab up under center. It's going to ride that. Oh, handoff to the left side. Demooney makes a spin move in for the touchdown. And that's going to seal the game here as Mountain Crest stretches that lead to 34-12 with just 2:59 remaining. And that definitely makes it a 3-score game with less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like our coaches are ready to go for the...
So Matthew Bringhurst is going to kick this one as Mora had the last 2 of these tried. Bringhurst kick is up, and it is good. So Mountain Crest 35, Viewmont 12, 3 minutes left. On that play for the Mustangs, the PAT, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct call penalty on Viewmont, so Mountain Crest is going to kick this off from the 45-yard line of Viewmont. So Mora comes out for the Mustangs to kick this one away, and it should end up in the end zone.
Well, what do you think on the strategy? Do you think that's what they're going to do, or?
I think so.
Okay.
Mora kicks it away. It's high and it's deep, and it's just short of the goal posts.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it went through.
I think that's what the crowd was cheering, not knowing the play.
Mountain Crest leads this one 35-12 with 2:59 remaining. Looks like they're going to wrap this one up and move on to the second round of the playoffs, and they'll be playing Bingham, it looks like.
Mountain Crest coaches have already taken off for the post-game party.
That's right. So Hewish back in the gun. Looks for his receiver off the left side, and the ball is bobbled around and dropped. But a penalty flag, clear back at the 25-yard line. So I'm guessing this is probably defensive holding on the Mustangs. Although Cody Olson's jersey is the one that's all hanging off of his shoulder pads. So
Stonefire Pizza.
Oh, they're calling a sideline warning on Viewmont. So,
Okay.
so this is nothing. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, it's been a good high school game, and it'd be good to get it over with because the teams are getting. You use the word chippy.
Yeah.
They both fought really hard.
That's right. Well, Mountain Crest getting the better of Viewmont here. 35-12 is our score. Hewish back in the gun, rolls to the right, throws it. He's looking off to the left side, and it could be intercepted.
Could be Hall.
Are they going to say incomplete? Hall had the position and had the ball. The receiver was coming over his back. So Hall had it and had the inside position. And
Mountain Crest, they're all trying to be officials out
all
there.
saying, hey, I've got the ball. I had the ball. And I think they are going to call that a catch for Viewmont.
Oh my gosh.
Well, in the situation where both of them have possession, it goes to the offense. So a good catch there. As Hall had inside position, but you got to rip that thing away if you're the defender, because this brings up 3rd down and about 4 yards. Hewish looking to the left, looking for that inside receiver, and it's almost picked off by Peyton Thomas. And a flag's out as well as Thomas kind of collides with Cody Olson as well.
Both were trying to jump that route, and they may have collided.
Yeah, and a penalty flag's out there as well, so that might be a pass interference. Olson's he's had a rough game. He's had a couple times when he's gotten totally blindsided by his own guy.
Is that Oakton or
that's Cody Olson
or Bradfield, 33, that's just gone into the game.
33 is Oakton. So that'll bring up. They're going to mark off the penalty. It was on the pass interference. So it'll be a 1st down for Viewmont at the 41-yard line. 2:36 remaining in the ball game. 35-12 is our score. Mountain Crest on top. Hewish again looking to the left side, looking deep. He's got an inside man, and Oakton's going to intercept that one. So you can fight all you want to if you're Viewmont, but Oakton had a good beat on that one, and he makes the interception, and that should do it for the Vikings. As Mountain Crest comes up with their 3rd interception of the night.
Yeah, Oakton was back there in that, playing center field.
Yeah.
And came across, had good position, picked that one off that time.
So 2:26 remaining, and Mountain Crest really, the only big thing here is that Viewmont's got some timeouts. Down 3 scores with just 2:26. I doubt they'll use them, but you never know.
Oh. Looked like they had Demooney coming out of the game. He just about is ready to take the rest of the day off, don't you think, Dave?
I think it's time. He's going to line up in the slot. He is not going to get the handoff here, as it's going to go, I think, to Bo Robinson. Yeah, Robinson takes that handoff, going to pick up 2 yards. First down, so bring up 2nd and 8. Clock moving. That's what the Mustangs want. Down under 2 minutes.
Matthew Bringhurst into the game.
So they're going to get Demooney out of the game.
Yeah.
He's had a huge game.
Yeah, I think he's got overtime pay today.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. Handoff again. Well, it's looking for Bo Robinson, but throws it out to the far side. That's a new quarterback. Oh, no, that's Schwab. He was under pressure, but the ball goes incomplete.
You wonder why he's throwing that ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you want to stop the clock here with 1:36 remaining. Leading 35-12.
think Coach Wooten is out on the field, maybe wondering the same thing.
Yeah. So 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs here, as they could have almost run the clock out without a first down.
Well,
but now they can't, as the ball went incomplete.
Gave DeMooney a big layoff there, out for one play.
Mountain Crest is going to have to take the delay of game because they don't have any more timeouts left. So they'll lose 5 here, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 12, 3rd and 13. Yet to choose our bread and butter play of the game, which we will here in just a sec. Handoff goes to DeMooney, who bumps it to the outside, cuts it back up inside. He's up over the 35 to the 36. Needed to get to the 38 though for the first down. Pickup of 11 for DeMooney.
Now they're going to punt it.
Yeah. So Viewmont, I'm sure, is going to bring pressure here. 53 seconds remaining. The ball's fumbled, and Smith is going to fumble. You got to get on that one. The ball is fumbled, and Viewmont's going to take over at the 25-yard line. As they recover it, that almost looked just like the Michigan State play.
At least he didn't lateral it.
That's right, at least he didn't lateral it, and they made the tackle. So 44 seconds left. Viewmont's going to take over at the Mountain Crest 25-yard line on the turnover. But the game well in hand here.
Yeah, unless the Goblins are really out, Dave, tonight with 44 seconds. We've got a pretty big lead. And Mountain Crest has got their average score back at 35 points.
2 receivers to both sides for the Vikings. Hewish back in the gun. Drops straight back. He's got some pressure from DeMooney, who takes him down back at the 35. Who just adds an exclamation point for his player of the game submission. He has been everywhere tonight. Now, loss of 11 there.
We've got to give him the player of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Now, play of the game might have been one of those interceptions.
No, I think the play of the game was Peyton Thomas.
That's
interception that got things going. We'll call that our old gristmill bread and butter play of the game.
Yeah.
When Dave calls for it on Monday morning, you can win 5 loaves of fresh baked bread from the old gristmill bread company. That is Peyton Thomas with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Peyton Thomas intercepted Hewish and took it back 26 yards for a touchdown. That got things going for the Mustangs, and they kept rolling from there.
You look at a play that might have turned things around. Yeah. That might have been it.
Yeah, that definitely kicked the rust off from last week. So Peyton Thomas, 26-yard interception return for a touchdown in the first quarter will be our bread and butter play of the game.
Now, Dave, Skyview beat Syracuse,
35 to 14.
And Syracuse, now, is that New York, or is that down by your neck of the woods?
That's our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Know a few of those kids on that team.
Well, good for Skyview. And Logan
they're off this week.
Out of action.
So now we're getting some scores, but I think so. Pass is incomplete there. But we're getting the word now that Fremont beat Davis 21 to 20. Haven't seen that score come up on the Deseret News app, but we're hearing through the grapevine that Fremont beat Davis, which would make it a clean sweep for the region this week. All 4 Region 1 teams are going to win
Davis
today.
Was the number 1
Davis
seed.
was the number 1 seed, so that's huge. Davis, I really felt like, was one of the leaders coming in as Hewish throws another incompletion with 23 seconds left.
Well, that's not a great day for Region 2 today.
Yeah, Region 2 just laid an egg today. So as Viewmont's going to go down, Davis is going to go down, Syracuse is going to go down.
Yeah. And so we got Roy.
And Hunter went down to Roy. So all 4 Region 1 teams won.
Yeah.
And all 4 of those teams all lost. So they're all out. So
that's very impressive.
That's impressive for Region 1.
Plus, you had 3 of those teams moved up a division.
Yeah. So 4th down here is Hewish has got to go a mile. He's got a lot of pressure, and he's going to go down. Stott's going to come up with the sack for the Mustangs, and where they'll take over with 15 ticks remaining to salt this one away. 35-12 is our score here. Mountain Crest on top.
So next week, looking ahead, I guess we can look ahead.
We can look ahead at this
with
point.
15 seconds.
So Mountain Crest will have to travel to Bingham, which is a hard place to play against a very tough team. But you've got to win them all, whoever you play. So
that's right, and it's, as they say, a new season.
It is. So Mountain Crest just in the victory formation here. Schwab takes one snap, and this one's over. He kneels it down, and both teams start gathering at the 50. 35-12 is going to be our final.
It's the High School Game of the Week, brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club, the Les Olson Company, your business empowered, by South Valley Family Dental, where you can dress up your smile, Locker 42 and the Logo Shop, we logo stuff, by Bridgeland Applied Technology College, employment through training, by Lewiston State Bank, established for your future, by the Old Grist Mill in Logan, Brigham City, and North Ogden, by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, your York heating and air conditioning experts, and KOOL 103.9, home of the greatest hits of all time.